Been trying to do this video for a couple of days here actually, but I've always felt that the Holy Spirit has been like, no, wait still and don't do it. And now, of course, with Billy Graham's death today on the 21st, it really started, or there were many other things that in this morning I received another confirmation about something that I had been speaking about in my videos, but now it feels like it is time to share it. And especially when I will start my fast tomorrow on the 22nd. So this is my like goodbye video to put together all these things. I've actually been really under heavy attack like these last days, and it's been totally like that. So, and especially about me making these videos in English and how I explain things, and I was really sad about so many times I say some things and say wrong words and everything like that, and the enemy really got to me with those things. And then I always start to hurry when I see that my videos get really long and I don't really explain things. And that happened like during the last videos too. So I will now just try to do these shorter ones and try to share it more effectively. Or that is perhaps the problem. I try to be too effective. But anyway, I understand that many don't perhaps want to listen to me because of my accent and because of I don't really explain it and everything. So, but now God has really been working with me regarding that to understand that I do share some important things, and they are puzzle pieces that I have to share no matter how annoyed and frustrated I get with myself for missaying things and for thinking that I don't have a place and everything like that. And especially now that I have received a long time ago that I will start a fast on February 22nd, and I know that many are putting up now videos about that they have received words about Billy Graham's death, that something will happen shortly after, like the rapture or then a shift or something. And then that is something I was speaking about in my last videos, about that I also think that something will happen in the spiritual on the 22nd, and it's an important date, and it seems to be that. So this is a pre-video actually to the next one I will do about the February 22nd, but I have to share these small things that has happened here regarding the last ones. Yes. So as you can see here, this is the video from the 15th. I think there you see it. And it's about this Kashmir Warehomsa Bowling Green message. And it was a video that was 26 minutes. And there I speak about February 16th and 17th. And how many times it was not a coincidence that it came in the video. Like me searching for the Kashmir. And I actually had done other video before that, but it went over 30 minutes. And as it gets, usually I get really stressed. And I start to think like I don't even explain the things I say. And I try to do this shorter video then. And here you can actually see what, because I don't like dates at all, even if I feel like they have significance and everything. But as I've said many times, I'm so new to the prophetic things that I get really... I don't really like them at all and everything like that. And now I made a huge mistakes with these ones. I will show you about it. But there we have actually another February 16th. Like the Led Zeppelin concert for Kashmir is February 17th. And then the Finnish Kashmir is coming out with his Ready album on February 16th. And there it was also, I don't know if anything's going to happen. I don't think that. That is really funny. I said, I don't know if anything's going to happen. I don't think that. Because that was actually my, like, flesh who spoke and my intellect who spoke and my fear of man also. Like, I did not even take it to prayer so much. I knew that it was, like, I was supposed to speak about it. And I had actually spoken about it a little bit more in the first one. And that is why you see that here I have this crying wolf thing also that I speak about that. Okay, I don't want to be crying wolf, because I had thought that it was a good way of explaining that even if I'm pointed to 16th and 17th, I'm not sure what's going to happen, and I'm not claiming that anything's going to happen, and therefore I had chosen this crying wolf thing here also later. But I will now continue. So come Saturday night, during 3 o'clock in the night, I'm still not getting any sleep and I'm really off. And of course, I go to live earthquakes and then I see that, hey, actually, there was the 7-pointer in Mexico on February 16th UTC time. And like, this is so funny. Or not funny, But I really learned my lesson again, because my time it was February 17th, and then in Mexico it was like 17:39 on the 16th, and I had it 1:39. And here you can see that it was at 3 o'clock during the night, and I was like, okay, I get it. I'm sorry, like, it's a I think I have learned now again that if God really lifts up the dates for you, you have to pray about the dates and research them more and ask Him more about them, and not just disregard them and say nothing's going to happen. And then sometimes we perhaps say too quickly and too certainly that something's going to happen on a certain date, and then it's not, and then we have to take responsibility for that and ask for forgiveness. But here I learned this really hard, that I actually was speaking in my flesh and not doing what I was supposed to do, which is always that when God shows you something, we're supposed to take it to prayer and ask about it. And I am, of course, really happy that nothing bad happened, like in that sense, that it was not multiple deaths or anything in this earthquake. But yeah, there was some, of course, who died, and then there was the helicopter crash. And then, of course, like on the 17th, there were also the large earthquakes in Wales and west of England. And yes, so the whole 17th I was really sad, but then on the 18th God was like, hey, go and look at Google a Doodle, and there you can see what was there. Look at that. And there you even have a 9.1. So yes, I had been really like been down and listening and being attacked and everything in my mind and spirit and everything. And I was really heavy and depressed and everything like that for many other reasons also. But then it was so sweet the way he was like, hey, you do hear my voice, and I am guiding you, and everything like that. And then I think this snow games comes one date beforehand on. So it was really important for me also that he was like, I usually don't go myself to Google a Doodle if he's not like leading me to that. That now he's showing here even more again with this blue one, that something is up with this blue one. This can, of course, be like the eclipse that's gonna come, and I am really sorry about that also. Like, I am, as I said before, that I'm such a word person, and I don't know my Bible in English, but I hope you know that in many places in the Bible it's speaking about like the sun being darkened, and about the terrible day of the Lord and everything. And then, of course, this could also represent a blue moon. But, yes. So that was important for me that he showed that one. Also, what I share about in this dream is about this wormhole or tunnel-like thing, about this Kashmir, and then about this black hole. And it was like this day then I woke up and saw that Rob from Sharing the Gifts are speaking about entering the birth canal of glory, where he is explaining about this tunnel-like with many colors and about going in there, which is actually what I have been speaking here on the other side of the world. I have, of course, not explained it so much, but I've been led to research that and speak about it, and then also that how they speak about this event horizon thing. So I think really that will soon happen. And also in the same video I explained, that's why it's so long, because I speak about like this charging bull thing was a really like thing that stood out to me with the bowling green. That was something that was immediately alerted in my spirit also to look it up, and I knew that this is something really occultic. The Bible speaks many times about bulls, and Solomon also had like bulls in the temple, like 12 of them. And then today, this morning, I was led to read Psalm 22, and there it's about the bulls. That in verse 12, many bulls have surrounded me, the vicious bulls of Bashan have encircled me, and then also deliver me from the mouth of the lion, from the horns of the wild oxen. And we know also that that bronze sculpture is a little bit, as I spoke in that video also, as with the when they in Exodus put the golden calf. And as said in this video, I'm sorry, my washing machine is there in the background if you can hear it. It was from the 15th of February. And what happened in this video was that I was really led, like with the bowling green and these all things, statues and everything they have there, like alerted that they are, what I tried to explain there, that they are telegraphing something and signaling something. And then what happened was that I read from Erin from Sparrowcloud 9. She had received a dream on February 18th, so 3 days later than me, about a map. And when you look at here, there is actually the charging bull and the Statue of Liberty. And then I think that even says modern space something. And I had read, I'm not saying that that is the bowling green, but I had read that it's formed in a teardrop. So that was for me personally something that really stood out. That can, of course, mean something else in this map. But it was so, like, for me, super, that this actually is speaking about the same thing as I have received here in Europe, that they have, since the beginning of time, done these sculptures and done these things that are really important for them. That is actually what she then goes through. And here in the first video that I did, that was also a really long video, I speak here about the Statue of Liberty, that it was a significant role, and I think they knew their science, like that it would also become blue and everything like that. So I think it's such an amazing thing when God is like showing these things also when you're really down and everything. And and because I have, again, learned from my mistakes really much, not to say anything that nothing's going to happen on certain dates and then really much happens, I have now been researching the dates, the February 22nd also and the 23rd, and I want to do another video about that because I have found some really significant things with them too. And I will stop this now before this comes really long.